bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time that passed. I said bask in the glory. Every other weekend there's a cognac story. Before we give a toast, better make sure they pour me another glass and put it in the air for the time we
I'm trying to like
not no new
spark
details.
one up and shit, man, for like the homie DMX and shit, man. But you going with the possible breakup of the JBP and shit. Like I just got back home with my daughter all day. I've been waiting for the pod to drop. Cause I like Ice and Ish. You know what I'm saying? I like Ice and Ish.
Me too.
But I'm an old nigga though. You know what I'm saying? And I like the fact that they big brother Joe. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to him doing that shit to Rory and Maul. You know? And Ice, like if you follow the pod, you know Ice been his own dude the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like they all got shit going on. Like they ain't been like Joe's sidekicks their whole career. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Like, go ahead. It's like a phone call. What the fuck?
You recording, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
It's recording, by the way.
I know. Go ahead, rock.
Okay, so you trying to get that unfiltered joint? Hey man, it's live, man. We trying to get to that casual conversation, that informal conversation before the pod start. But man, there's just so much going on right now. Like it is like so many topics that need to be discussed and touched on. Politically, culturally, socially, professionally, medically. It's just so many things going on. And here we go, April 2021, but it's almost feeling like April, May 2020. I mean, shit, is 2021 that much better than 2020? I mean, you know, we in the tail end of the pandemic with people saying that the pandemic is still popping off again. We supposed to have vaccines, but now people are freaking the fuck out with Johnson and Johnson, even though the Johnson and Johnson shit is as bad as a typical birth control pill. I don't know. People just sometimes just look for anything to support their biases, even though the few instances of that particular vaccine fucking up is just small compared to like the number of people that received it. It just, social media is making people just abandon all critical thinking and just latching on to whatever it is. Like that's just what it is right now. But so much to talk about, bro. So I've been going for about 2 weeks, just getting myself together with work and personal life. So we back in the building, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man. I'm glad to hear that, man. Like, because you've been going for a minute, and people been asking. They thinking that we, the first the Fat Boys breakup, and then the Joe Budden podcast breakup. You know what I'm saying? Daft Punk breakup. They're like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Like, we ain't seen his A in a minute. I'm like, nah, man, he's nigga taking a vacation, bro. Jeezy style.
Hey, man. Now, one thing about me and the difference between me and any type of people groups that broke up, it's not an ego with me. I don't leave with ego. I always leave with gratitude. And I tell the homie T Meech, like, yo, thank you for giving me this platform or sharing the platform, or even pulling me on to express myself. So I'm forever grateful and forever understanding that I'm a B Mike, man. Listen, I know my role and I ain't trying to fight outside of that. I'm chilling, man.
Hey, man, listen,
I'll be Scotty Pippen, man. I don't mind.
The comments and the fans are all about you guys, not me. I'm a fucking alcoholic and a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? So, which is probably true. I was just smoking weed live on the podcast.
Commenting?
And I took a phone call from my child's mom today. Oh shit, bro. My daughter took her first steps today, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I no, man. She's a little fucking asshole. So, and she did it twice, right?
How old is she now?
Just turned 9 months on the 9th.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I do mad.
She's ahead of the game.
I do a lot of drills with her, and like I do exercises with her. I do squats with her, like all like fucking standing drills, all type of shit. I make her push this little fucking cart like across the fucking floor all day and shit. Like she don't just sit around and just like play fucking little play games and watch TV. Like I read to her, and we just do fucking like walking, crawling, talking drills. Like I read her books all fucking day and shit. Cause it's like, yo, like she looks just like me, right? And so if she looks like me, then that means she is me. And
Mm,
I thought I was a kid genius. I just wasn't nurtured properly. So I'm like, yo, if you got
mm,
like those fucking tiger moms and those dragon moms, and you got, like Peyton Manning, his daddy can make three fucking or two NFL quarterbacks. Like John Jones'
yeah,
daddy can make three NFL players. Like my homeboy O'Brien Schofield, his daddy got his like he made an NFL player, an NBA player, and probably the NFL player, right? And it's like, damn, man, like what like we can
yeah,
fucking train our kids. Um,
absolutely,
like scientifically and get them, to their fullest potential like a lot quicker, man. And it's like,
absolutely.
I'm sitting there like reading to my daughter and shit. It's easy as fuck. Like I don't have shit else to do. You know what I'm saying? So and
Easy,
it,
man. Like,
and it's, yeah, just like
you're being
spending time with them.
that's the benefit of being the age you are. You know what I'm saying? What you 39,
Hmm.
38. So
Old nigga
and
game.
having a child, you know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. Cause you understand the priorities of life.
Yeah,
You understand the importance of time. You know what I'm saying? Back then, you feel like we just had so many different things competing for our attention. So, being at the age we are, we able to narrow our focus a little better,
yeah. I mean,
especially
right
when it comes
now
to
I'm
parenting.
running a scam on the government right now by going to college full time. 'Cause I don't pay like shit in taxes, dog. Because I'm getting tax free money for the GI Bill and
Hey
like
man,
the money
you
from
deserve
that,
it.
and then
You
I'm getting
deserve it.
I'm getting my retirement check, and I'm still a resident of Hawaii, so they don't tax out there. So, and as long as I don't get a
You
job,
deserve it.
as long as I don't get a job, I won't get fucked. But if I want to have like a romantic life, I probably need to get a job. So I'm gonna just be like I'm gonna be like, what's that nigga Thurgood from Half Baked. I'm gonna be taking bitches on dates for like $8 in the calculator.
Calculating your head like you see my
Hell
ice cream, like shit,
yeah.
sprinkles, shit.
That's why you
Yeah,
gotta take the girls to the mall, bro, and you get all the fucking samples in the food court, and you don't never gotta take
yeah.
her to eat, man. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
So
mm, mm, mm.
going on mall dates, man. That's what's up, bro. I'm trying to keep things light right now, man, because I mean this the past 2 weeks been super crazy. We had DMX in a coma last week, and then this week the family confirmed that he was brain dead. They pulled him off life support. He passed away, surrounded by friends and family, and there's a lot of competing theories about this. Whose responsibility was it when he got out of jail, when he was going through rehab? People throwing Swiss Beats under the bus. They throwing Noriega on the bus for having him on Drink Champs, things like that. Like they trying to say, oh, well, Snoop Dogg did a verses with him and he smoked weed, and they know DMX is an addict. All this shit, right? At the end of the day, just my opinion. Addiction is a real thing, man, and it's ultimately your responsibility. It's your battle. It's your demon that you're fighting, and he was fighting it, since he was a teenager. That, along with other, childhood trauma and things of that nature, just constantly, he's at war with, man. And you know, addiction is real. I have family that's dealing with it, and it's like you got to have a
Yeah,
really good support system, man. And I don't want to say anything negative about X, man, but I'll
it's a
say this,
journey.
man. He for 50-year-old man, he lived 1,000 lifetimes. You know, for a guy that was 50 years old, he lived a
Yeah,
1,000 lifetimes, man. He touched a billion people. Made an incredible catalog of music, and just he was like the tragic hero you would see like in a Shakespearean play, or like like one of the Greek mythologies, or the Roman tragedies. He was like one of those tragic characters that had their hero's arc, but then they died at the end. And we got to see him do all this great shit, Drink Champs, squash the beef with Drake, you know, finish the album with Swiss, do the shit with verses, and just like go out. I don't want to say go out on a high and be like a fucked up ass pun, but it's like,
he
you go
received
out
his
on a high
flowers
note.
before he
Yeah,
died.
and he got his
Yeah,
flowers, man. So, and I don't want to be too long with it, man, because I'm super. That shit hurt, man. But I definitely want to hear your thoughts on the passing of DMX.
definitely rest in peace to DMX, man. And to me, when you look at his whole persona, everything that he represented, he was strange and in fiction. Like
Yeah.
when you think about typical hip hop, the cliche hip hop acts, like he was very transparent with his emotion,
Hmm.
his emotional struggles, his struggles with addiction, like his struggles growing up. He was a grimy nigga. He wasn't he even though he was an accomplished commercially selling artist, he wasn't flashy with the jury. He didn't compromise getting a stylist.
Yeah.
Like he just was him. You know what I'm saying? He reminded me of an old head that came home from jail that everybody respect.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? You know he ain't got the flyest gear. You don't want to necessarily dress like him, but you want to hear what he got to say. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And you hope he don't get on his bullshit when you're around. Um, I'm just thankful that I was able to see him. You know what I'm saying? Perform at Asbury at the Greek Fest back in the day. Like that shit
Yeah,
was
hell yeah,
wild
man.
to have been there. And it just makes me think. Like I'm thinking about a lot of like the probability of people passing away and having to be rappers. That shit is wild. Like
Yeah.
it's a higher probability for rappers, musicians than the average person, man. Just thinking about him and Prodigy, I think those are the two most prominent,
Yeah, man.
two most
RIPP, man.
recent
I swear to God,
prolific.
man, that shit hurt so bad. I fucking cried, bro. I cried for a whole day, man.
Yeah, man.
Prodigy's one of my favorite rappers,
I don't think
man.
people. I don't think. Yeah, I think like them
I'm getting
two is the
emotional
most
right now,
recent to me,
man.
equally prolific. So it's crazy, man. He had mad expert had mad kids. It's just so much
Yeah,
has to be
17,
said, but
17
it's
kids.
dope. It's dope that you see the outpouring of love, but then with the outpouring of love, you got the people that gotta jump on the contrarians. That shit is so annoying. Like
Yeah,
motherfuckers get a kick out of just saying, "Why don't you show love right here?" Every time,
yeah,
the general consensus of the public is saying one thing, motherfuckers can't wait to be a contrarian. Like that shit is
yeah.
just so. That train never late, man.
Yeah.
That train never late.
It's the
So
thing that's like
that's
awesome to me is that you're hearing like all these random ass DMX stories. And like I read some story about this woman that like met DMX like out in Arizona at like the grocery store or some like some wild shit, and like she didn't know who he was, and he like invited her to the concert, brought her backstage, her and her daughter, shit like that. They hung out with like DMX when he was like still X. You know what I'm saying? And there's like so many just like wild stories about DMX being like the super most humble, down to earth, nice
mm,
guy. And then just like all the videos you see of him coming out, like with him and his daughter on a slingshot ride, and like you got to see DMX in
yeah. A lot
all
of people love that.
aspects of life. You got to see DMX as a father. You got to see DMX as a failure. You got to see DMX being successful. You got to see him at his
Mm-hmm.
peak, at his lowest. You got to see DMX pretend to be a cop. I remember he broke onto a fucking airplane strip with a stolen car and said he was an FBI agent. He did that 2 fucking times. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa, I
DMX,
don't remember that one.
that's
That's
what I'm saying.
wild.
He lived a wild fucking life, man. This motherfucker, bro. This motherfucker was Grand Theft Auto in real life. He was Tupac resurrected, and I'm gonna catch hella heat for that. But the way that Pac connected with fans is the way that X connected with fans, because it was emotional, you know. And the same way Pac was, he would allow himself to be vulnerable. X did the same thing. That's why folks, like you could fuck with X. Like you could, you know,
One thing I don't hear people mentioning or referencing, because I guess it was one of his lower moments, but when he was on "Fix My Life" for the Allianz Van Zandt,
mhm.
and he was like, his son was on there, like asking him, like giving him an ultimatum. X was like, nope, nope. He pretty
Yeah,
much told his son, like, nah. I forgot the details of it, but it was like something that people was really on him bad about as far as being a father. He just wasn't compromising. But he kind of had like an old school soul. Like he
yeah,
was like a man's man from like back in the prior to the 70s. Like I just feel like men from back in that time was different. They had a whole bunch of kids and they took care of several households, and they were unapologetic about their masculinity. And this super woke era, you know what I mean? It's taboo completely to exude those characteristics, man.
yeah.
So
I think you can, and I think there's a way to be masculine and be like like I don't want to like hyper masculine, but you can be like yo, I'm a fucking man. Like don't get it fucking twisted, but you don't have to like put anybody else's shit down. I think that's what people want, they just can't articulate it yet, right?
mm,
Because when we talk about like hyper masculinity and toxic masculinity, it's always like we're doing something to demean somebody else. Well, it's like,
mm,
well, if we just did the same shit we were doing, like being assertive, being confident, being, take charge of a situation, that type of shit, being creative, like we can still do that, but just like not be dickheads about it. You know what I'm saying? Like don't like kick sand in a scrawny kid's face. You know what I'm saying? Like don't fucking, punch the gay kid in the face and call him the F word. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, like don't be the guy that's like, oh, you throw like a girl. Just do what we do without putting others down. And because I'm gonna tell you right now, man, like, I'm a single guy, right? So I'm out here with a lot of these, young ladies out here, older women. Listen, man, I like them. Listen, man, listen. I'm a chill. But that's one of the things that I have to balance is how to exude confidence, exude masculinity, but then like not be what they're hashtagging about, what they're tweeting about, man. So I think it can be done. You just have to be aware, you know what I'm saying, of what you're doing, and then aware of how your masculinity can affect others, because
it's all about just being just intertwining empathy.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah, because I've been in rooms with guys that are like they're the alpha in that room, right? I'm in this motherfucker and I know me, right? And they walk in and they can like exude the fucking energy that they're the guy without ever making you feel any less of, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, like that's and then into that, I think, talking about masculinity, right? It's like one of the qualities of like a man of masculinity is leadership, right? And so I think like guys like that are the type of people that you want to follow. Like you can see that they're confident in their abilities, and they can elevate you to a new level by opening your eyes to different shit, like without being like Jordan, like and like putting you down and shit. They'll be like LeBron and kind of like uplift you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a different type of leadership. I was talking about that earlier with my homie. I said 2 types of ways to be a leader. You can either lead by fear or you can lead by inspiration. You know what I'm saying? And it's you have to make sure whatever you do, it has to be true to you and your personality. You know what I'm saying? Because it's things that come with both of those. You know what I'm saying? It's a dark side to both of those ways of being leaders. So it's interesting, man. I like to just play the background, observe, and sit back and peep game and be cool and just listen and play my role, man. And don't try to just go against the grain for the fact of just to go against the grain, because people just do that shit. Like, nah, I ain't listening to that man, even though he's the smartest motherfucker in the room.
Yeah, hey man,
bread. Fuck that man.
Sandpaper, man, sandpaper ass motherfuckers, bro.
Motherfuckers just be finding a way to just go against the grain, man. But X, man, like, he's definitely a whole legend, and he is forever in the hip hop musical pantheon.
Yeah, yeah, man. Definitely, man. Rest in peace to X, man. Cheers. We love you. We miss you. Rest in peace. I'm gonna be playing the music all weekend, and I'll probably shed some tears. And
speaking of that, it says music is streaming numbers up 948%.
Yeah, that's insane. So that's crazy.
That's beautiful, man. I mean, again, that just always proven the hypothesis.
Yo, X wasn't even trash in movies, man. X wasn't trash in movies. All right. I love Pac. But Pac made some whack ass fucking movies. Gridlock was trash. What else, bro? He was in some other shit. Gridlocked, and then
gang related, maybe.
Gang related. Nah,
I gotta watch those again. I gotta watch those.
Yeah. He was like Poetic Justice. Yeah, he was. Oh yeah, that was trash too. Yeah, that was trash. Yeah, man, but like
Poetic Justice to me. This
X
is not
was
a popular
good.
shade, but Poetic Justice don't got too much replay value for me. I can't watch that over.
I didn't like the movie. I'm sorry. Black Card Revoked. I didn't like the movie. I've watched it 2 times, and I'm just like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm okay. Yeah, I'm okay.
I'm okay too. But I would not go as far as you by even saying that X or even insinuating that X is fucking with Pac as far as acting goes. I'm not gonna go.
Whoa! Romeo Must Die, Cradle to the Grave. He did some other movies. I forgot. Listen. All right, I'm probably tripping right now. Belly. Oh my God, Belly.
Belly is the worst worst good movie ever.
Yo, he said, Shorty can't eat no books.
He said, about a red light.
He said, yo, I'm driving, smoking weed. Yeah.
He got some
X was the man in movies, bro. Like he was that dude.
Those is Scud missiles, man. But Juice and fucking Above the Rim, those is like nuclear bombs, man. To me,
Ah, man, those are my favorites, man. I
those
love.
two,
All right, man. I take that. I'll
I
walk
just
that
think
back,
those
man. I'll walk
kids,
that back. I'll walk that
those,
back, man. I got recency bias and extras passed away, and I'm fucking vulnerable right now.
yeah,
Nah,
man,
Pac's still the man, bro. Pac was on a different world,
yeah.
punking Dwayne Wade for his girl, yo. Not Dwayne Wade, the other cat, the light skinned dude.
Dwayne Wayne. Oh, Ron.
No. It was no, because Dwayne Wayne.
Oh, the light skinned Joker. They was
Yeah,
older by that time. Yeah. It was
yeah, it
Freddie.
was the light
Freddie.
skinned cat.
It was the
Yeah, he had
second
like a
generation.
mustache, little light skinned cat. He was a
Yeah, yeah,
punk.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And
He
his
wasn't
name
believable.
his
Like
name
trying
was
to even do
like
stuff. I didn't
Adrian
fuck
or
with that.
something like that, man. It was Julian or some punk ass shit,
Yeah,
man.
he was the go-to light skinned cat in like the late '90s and shit.
Yeah,
Like I know what you're talking about. He's that
yeah,
guy. Nobody know what his name is. He's that guy. But
yo,
man. But yeah,
yo,
man.
yo. Hold on, I got. Normally, I bash light skinned people right forever. I gotta give some
Me
light
too.
skinned love to my man Giancarlo Esposito. All right,
Oh, he a legend, man. Dean, Big
I
Brother,
you said Dean, big brother on my T. You know what I'm saying?
forever.
Like,
He's forever.
yo, I just watched The Mandalorian. I finished watching season 1 and season 2.
Oh yeah,
Um, it was pretty good.
Dark
It's pretty good. Yeah. Moff Gideon. Yeah, it's pretty
Moff
good.
Gideon.
I enjoyed it. I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan, but I enjoyed it. They had to throw Luke Skywalker in there and let the nerds have something to jerk off to, I guess. But
Yeah, I ain't gonna front. I was excited. I had a nerdgasm
yeah,
when that music played.
I'm just like I was more excited about my
Is he light
girl
skinned
from
though?
from 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 the Clone Wars, Dude, Giancarlo Esposito.
You think he light skinned though?
Hell yeah, he was light skinned and do the right, not do the right. He was light skinned and do the right thing when he was bugging out. He was light skinned when he was in
Bugging out.
he was light skinned when he was in fucking School Days.
School days.
What else was he? He
Yeah.
was in Clockers. He's
Now
definitely light
he's in
skinned.
Fresh.
Fresh, yeah, he's
He's
light
in
skinned.
Fresh.
He's light skinned in
No,
Mandalorian.
he,
Light
he
skinned
was
as fuck.
Spanish and Fresh.
Yeah.
He was
Nah,
Spanish and fresh.
he's light skinned in the boys. Like he's got a mean track record. Like he's got a
Mm.
mean like he's been doing this shit since
Also,
the 80s, man.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
him, yeah.
he a legend. I
Yeah,
fuck with him
man.
heavy.
Yeah, man. I gotta give
Fuck with
some
him
light
heavy,
skin love,
man.
man. Like
So what we at this week, man? We got a lot. It's heavy on the topics this week, man.
yeah, man. We'll get right to it, man. So first we'll talk about the follow up from the George Floyd murder, the officer Derek Chauvin trial. So recently, the most up to date thing that's come out is that essentially everyone who's testified has said that that was excessive force. That's not. That's contrary to training. That's not how the guys are taught. And so basically, the last thing that happened was the longest serving Minneapolis police officer testified that Chauvin's actions were totally unnecessary in George Floyd's death. The longest serving officer with the Minneapolis Police Department testified last Friday, that Derek Chauvin's actions in the arrest of George Floyd were totally unnecessary and that a handcuffed person does not pose the level of threat that a top tier use of force will warrant. Lieutenant Richard Zimmerman, the supervisor of the department's homicide unit, testified in Chauvin's murder trial Friday morning that he saw no reason why the 4 officers who arrested Floyd felt that they were in danger. Pulling him down on the ground, face down, and putting your knee on the neck for the amount of time is just uncalled for. So you got like one of the top cops. All right, in Minnesota, you got the homicide. The coroners. You got everybody essentially saying, "Yo, this motherfucker was wilding. Like he's done." I think this guy's probably going to go to jail forever, not get a death penalty, but I think he's going to go to jail for a very, very long time, probably the remainder of his life. This trial is progressing a lot faster than I thought it would compared to others. But I'm glad to see they're getting shit done.
Yeah.
Unlike St. Louis. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm glad to see they're getting shit done. But yeah, the way it's looking, man, is that they're not trying to be a Baltimore like after the Freddie Gray verdict.
Mhm.
Like they're like, hey man, we don't fuck with this guy. He went off with
Yeah,
his own shit,
they
and
distancing themselves.
y'all can have him. So, your thoughts on the Derek Chauvin murder trial?
I think it's going pretty well. But you never know in America. You know what I'm saying? You can fuck around and think it's going well and get a hung jury, or mistrial. You know what I'm saying? Not innocent, but something like that, where they would have to retry. But all the evidence and all of the experts that they brought in have confirmed, like, even though George Floyd had medical issues or had drugs in the system, he still wouldn't have died without that extra pressure, extra force being applied. So it's just confirming what we already see on the film. Now, this is my frustration with it all. Everybody just is, they love the Constitution until it kind of goes against or challenges something that they feel passionate about. Like, he has the
Yeah.
right to speedy trial. Like, that's written in the Constitution. Like, regardless of how obvious it seems on camera, like, this is what comes with America. And you know what I mean? You gotta just, that's what comes with it. And again, both sides are guilty of that, whether it's the right or the left, of just complaining about circumstances, just completely ignoring that this is aligned with the principal documents, the founding documents of our country. So, hey man, I predict he's going to be found guilty of second degree murder, um, and or manslaughter at the least. I had my students discussing the different versions of felony murder, first degree murder, second degree murder, third degree murder. Because Minnesota one only a few states that have third degree murder. But man, it's a foregone conclusion, man. He's gonna get found guilty. Uh, because if he don't, all hell gonna break loose.
Hell yeah, man.
All hell gonna break loose.
Right about now, NWA court is in full effect. Judge Dre residing.
Yes.
In the case of NWA versus the police department, prosecuting attorney Hall,
You know,
MC
that's the
Ren,
type of shit I'm
Ice
on, man.
Cube, and Easy motherfucking E. Order, order, order. Ice Cube, take the
Yeah.
motherfucking stand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help
Listen,
your black ass.
cops,
Talk
I
that
love you
shit.
guys. I love you guys, but
Tell everybody what the
fuck
fuck you
y'all.
gotta say. Fuck the police coming straight from the underground. A young nigga got it bad 'cause I'm brown. And not the other colors the
Yeah.
police think. They have the authority to kill a
You kill a
minority.
minority.
Fuck that shit 'cause I ain't the one for a punk
Yeah.
motherfucker with a badge and a gun to be beaten on. And thrown in jail, we can go toe to toe in the middle of a cell. Fucking with me 'cause I'm a teenager with a little bit of gold in a picture.
Pager.
Searching my car, looking for the product, thinking every nigga is selling narcotics. You rather see me in the pen than me and Lorenzo rolling in a benzo.
Yeah, YouTube might flag this, but you know, fuck it, man.
You know they're gonna flag it. They're gonna mute this part. But it's crazy how the more things change, the more they say the same.
Hell yeah, man. The
That
more
phrase
things
came to mind a
change,
lot, man.
more they say the same, man. And just like, you know, now we got another case. I'm already going to go ahead and say it off rip. I'm of a different perspective on this. Are you familiar with the Duante? I want to pronounce his name right. Uh, Duante Wright, who was stopped for expired plates, and he was shot by an officer that said that they mistake their taser for a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
man.
I'll just give a quick recap for people that probably don't know. So the chain of events that ended with yet another fatal police shooting of a black man in Minnesota began in what has become a typical tragedy with a traffic stop for a minor infraction. The man, Duante Wright, 20 years old, who died Sunday after a run-in with the police in the suburb of Minneapolis, was driving an SUV with expired license plates, and he also ran afoul of a Minnesota law that prohibits motorists from hanging air fresheners and other items from their rearview mirrors. So he was pulled over for having expired registration on the vehicle, and then when the officer went over, they saw the item hanging from the rearview mirror, and that's when they ran his name. And he had a gross misdemeanor warrant, and he also had a warrant for illegal possession of a weapon. And so he got out of the car, and then he went back into the car after he was told by the officers to like not, you know, go back into the car. And then one officer reached for a taser, and you know they grabbed their gun. They say taser, and they're deploying they think it's a taser. They shoot him. He dies as he's driving because he's shot as he's, you know, the vehicle's moving, and then he crashes later on down the road. So I'm gonna go ahead and say, first off, you know, this is two separate issues. All right. This is an officer mistaking their taser for their gun and killing someone. That's a separate issue from a person with an active warrant for a gun possession charge, driving with expired registration, all right, and then attempting to flee from the police. All right, that's a whole separate issue. So we cannot say, oh well, the cop shouldn't have made that mistake. Well, this motherfucker shouldn't have ran back into the car. All right, because now guess what? That car is a deadly fucking weapon. And now if she would have just said, "Yo, I shot at him because he tried to go in the car and drive off," she would have been well within her rights. The issue is that they came out and said, "Oh, she meant to fire the taser." All they would have to
Yeah,
do is say, "Yo, he went back to the car, and now that car is a deadly weapon." All right, he had he,
yeah,
he had an active warrant, bench warrant for a gun possession charge, and had the expired registration. Both of them are automatic arrestable offenses. So you're already fucked. You know what I'm saying? You're already fucked. And he knew he was fucked. And I don't, I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead, right? But it's like he called his mom and said, "Hey, I'm getting put over for air fresheners." But he knows shit's expired. He knows that he's got a gun possession warrant, and people will have to take accountability for their actions, right? So the same way we can't push DMX's overdose on people that are around him, his friends and family, this guy tried to evade the police after having discovered that he had active warrants. He knew he was going to pop back, try to get back in the car and then drive off, and that's what he did. An officer tried to tase him and accidentally shot him. I don't think the woman should get fired. I don't think the cop should get fired. That's just me, right? And the
mm,
reason is because if she would have been going for her gun purposefully, this would be a non-issue because he was trying to flee and use that car as a fucking deadly weapon. You know what I'm
mm,
saying? What else would he be doing?
mm,
What else would he be doing? Like we've seen that happen. We've seen that happen. And my thing is that we've got legitimate cases of people that are minding their own business and getting killed by police. And as much as her grabbing a fucking gun when she thinks it's a taser, while that needs to be adjudicated, we can't just skip over the fact that he's not wanted. Like when they say, "Oh, he was no saint," oh no, he was trying to actively evade a fucking arrest. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? In a car, right? You're going to hit one of these officers, hit a pedestrian, and now we've got a greater loss of life. So I already know I'm going to get killed for that take. Listen, the cop is in the wrong. In my opinion, she should not have been going for a taser. She should have been going for her gun because he was trying to evade and use that car as a deadly weapon by evading the police when that warrant would have popped. You know, that's just my take, man. Your thoughts on this?
I understand your interpretation. I just wouldn't. I disagree with using the car's deadly weapon because I don't know. Maybe was he trying to elude? Was he trying to escape? So I don't know. I have to get more evidence about that. But I do agree that it kind of like you kind of brought that in yourself to a degree because you putting the police officers in a situation where they don't know your intentions and they always taught to eliminate any potential threats to them and the public, right? So it's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, whatever he was doing didn't deserve death as the
Absolutely
penalty
not.
for it.
Absolutely not.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where people will miss our argument about the situation. They won't. We're not saying he deserved to die, but he
Not
was
at
dead
all.
ass wrong for like being like pretty much being detained and then try to jump off and jump in the car. Like that shit was wild. I was telling my wife the same thing. And society is getting caught up in a group speech right now. So everybody and it's the emotions of the Derek Chauvin trial and this happened in Minnesota.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking perfect storm of circumstances that's leading to everyone being so pissed off about this. I'm just keeping my mouth shut because I don't want to be attacked on social media about this. But that officer, she resigned, and the police chief resigned.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just think this is definitely a situation where it's more gray areas and people like to admit. And I'm just keeping my mouth shut, bro, because I don't know. I just
Well,
feel
she
like
has to resign because if she doesn't resign, then she could be charged, right? And so if she resigns, she can't be charged, and that's one of the loopholes that officers have, right? If they resign, then they don't get fired, meaning that they can get rehired or reapply somewhere else. And if they resign from the force, that means they don't have to face a grand jury or face an indictment. They can resign, and then that's qualified immunity, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and
Qualified
that's what it is.
immunity, and
Yeah.
now
So
I
her
think that's something I
resigning.
need
Yeah. Her resigning is so she
protecting
can't.
herself.
Yeah. So she can't get charged. That's what that is. But yeah, man.
But
It's
so I think they need to reconsider that. They need to reconsider like qualified immunity. I think they just did her no favor by admitting publicly that she meant to get a taser. Like,
Yeah, hell no. I'd have been like my life. I
what
felt
the
like my
fuck
life was in
is
danger.
that?
This was a
I was
person who
like,
had a previous felony or high level misdemeanor, and they were trying to evade an active
mm,
warrant, and they're in a car, and we're trying to get home. You know,
yeah.
we're trying to not have a fucking massacre of civilians on a highway. From this guy trying
I
to
don't know.
evade us.
I got so many feelings about the way society and social media in general. Because I say social media because I mean I just go to work and be home with my wife. So I
Yeah.
don't really have the pulse of like a larger community. I don't hang with a bunch of niggas. I don't have pictures with a bunch of niggas. So social media to
Hey
me is a
man, don't
reflection
don't
of
don't
the
don't let Kyrie hear you fucking say that.
oh please. He just another
We'll talk
nigga.
about him. We'll talk about Kyrie,
He
man.
just another nigga saying the same shit the other nigga said. But anyway.
I love Kyrie, man. That motherfucker's crazy. Yeah, but
Yeah,
so
yeah.
another week, another mass shooting. Gunman who
How
killed
you feel
five
about the
people.
other one though?
Which one?
Well, before you get to that though, the army lieutenant. Now that shit,
Oh,
that was
that
different.
yeah. So that is gonna that was perfect, right? That was perfect because if you talk to many black and brown service members, they have gone through that, right? But we didn't get pepper
Mm,
spray. We didn't get pepper spray. We pussy, right? We get the fuck out the car. Like we comply.
mm,
Like we are pussy, right? But we've dealt with that in uniform, especially in the
mm.
South. And so my whole thing is like, yo, all the people that are in the military, military adjacent, talk to military service members that are black and brown. I guarantee you, 70% of them have gone through that in uniform, and sometimes that happens by other military police. But yeah, like the cop
Mm.
already got fired. He'll probably face charges, a civil rights lawsuit. The fucking lieutenant will get paid a bunch of fucking money. That was perfect though, like because it was like, yo, the guy didn't do anything. He's asking all the right questions. He's in uniform.
All the right
You know,
questions.
you got
His
all the
tone was
camera
non-threatening.
angle. It's like HD. It's like they have like an HD camera. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
yo, it's like that shit was perfect because dude did nothing. You know what I'm saying? But ask the right questions, and the cops couldn't answer. And then and then now they're fucked. Not now, this guy's gonna retire and be a multimillionaire, and be happy as shit because if I got pulled over, I would do the same shit. I'm like, listen, if a cop pulls me over, I'm trying to catch a lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be like, sir, is there a problem, sir? My hands are out the window. I pose no threat. Like I'm gonna be over the top with this shit because if this motherfucker does anything, I'm suing the fuck out of everybody because it's like, yo, they just so overboard with black folks, man. So it's like, yo,
Super
I can't.
overboard. They were super aggressive. The
Yeah,
tone, especially when he was non-threatening whatsoever. Now I think that deserves more of an outrage to me.
yeah, he was on
Like,
some cornball shit. Like he was like straight up like beta male type shit. And that cop just had a hard dick for niggas that day. That cop just had that cop wanted some dark meat. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he got. But then now he's about to get a lot of
talking,
dark meat when he's in
he over there
jail.
quoting
You know what I'm
slang
saying?
shit. He was he was like, you want to ride the white lightning? Like he was wilding, like he was just talking
Yeah.
reckless. One
Yeah,
dude like,
like
what's up?
yeah, shit like that, bro. Like I'm like, yo, this nigga's racist, bro. Like he's in the KKK.
Yeah, he
Like, cause
started off
he's in the
on it.
KKK for real, bro. Like that's that shit. That's why it's like they'll find out that he was in the KKK or the fucking
Mhm.
neo Nazis or some shit. Him and like 12 other cops or some wild shit, and that'll be it, And they'll be like, oh well, we didn't know there was a white supremacy problem in law enforcement, even though the goddamn CIA, FBI, Homeland Security all said the
Mm,
same fucking thing. But shout out,
mm.
listen, man. Listen, shout out to white people. Let me tell you why. You ever played cornhole? You ever played
Hmm.
cornhole?
Yeah,
White
yeah,
people,
yeah.
white people invented cornhole. You know what I'm saying? So thank you, white people. You know what I mean? Y'all,
Mm,
y'all, y'all did that shit. Y'all did that shit, man. Also,
mm.
Kid Cudi. This ain't even on the fucking docket. You see Kid Cudi in a dress on SNL?
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
I just think like we fall like society falls victim to the same shit. First of all, Kid Cudi has a very niche audience.
Yeah.
Like he's not for everybody, you know what I'm saying? He has this core base, and like even when you look off his lyrics,
Boy,
he always on some
that
other
nigga could
shit. He's
hum. Yo,
yeah,
he
like
could hum. That's all he
he's just a
did.
different type of throat. Like, you
That's
know what I'm
it.
saying? I don't listen to him, not my cup of tea. But I understand like he has his own little pocket that he caters to. So I follow this page called Artemis Gordon on Instagram. I'm curious to who he is because he be having some very interesting takes on the industry. But like you said, like when motherfuckers get cold, niggas do shit just to get attention. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like Fab said, man, money ain't the root of evil now. Attention is. So whatever you can do to get the news cycle for 24 hours, that's going to increase your streams. Whatever. Like so, he won. Like whatever he did, that was smart. It was brilliant. This is a capitalistic society, so I'm
Yeah,
not
man.
surprised by it, and I don't give a
Yeah.
fuck.
Put the
Honestly, like I
dress
just
on. Put the
don't care
dress
about
on.
nothing.
Show me them titties. Show me them
Like
titties, Kid Cudi.
people
Shake them
wild, like
fucking titties, man.
people be going
Listen,
OD with
if
like the
you're
emasculation of black men. Like, man, y'all
listen,
fake
fuck
woke
it.
niggas.
Put
Get
that,
that
put
shit
that,
out of
put
here.
that dress on, man. Let me see, you know what I'm saying? Put that dress on, bro. Franco, listen. I'll listen, man. Fuck it. Fuck it, bro. Put the dress on. Like is that listen, man. They don't want the love, man. They want the likes. A motherfucker shit cold. Let me honor Kurt Cobain and
Mm,
put a dress on and go on SNL and do my music and be like, oh, but I know it's gonna be fucking clickbait because it's gonna be,
yeah,
oh, it's Kid
clickbait.
Cudi, it's Kid Cudi bisexual for wearing a dress. Like nobody gives a fuck about that. Wear the dress, bro. If you gonna wear the dress, you gotta wear the bra too. Show me them titties, man. Like don't just
Own it.
fucking tease me, bro. Own that shit. You better do one of them death drops like on Drag Race or something, bro. Like impress me. I'm tired of
Now,
seeing motherfuckers in dresses don't impress me, bro. Like yo, if you gonna have a dress on and twerk too, like do it like Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny did that shit. He put the fake titties on. He put the fake
yeah,
breasts on and the fake ass and was twerking and giving dudes lap dances like Lil Nas X before Lil Nas X did it, right?
mm,
He did it in a video. You know what I'm saying? It was actually a really good video about like women's rights and like transgender women's
Bunny,
rights in
like
Puerto
Bad
Rico.
Bunny popping out here
Shout
though.
out to Bad Bunny, man. Yeah, that motherfucker's
But one thing
crazy.
I can't say though is Virgil from Louis
WWF?
Vuitton. No,
Oh
Virgil.
shit. Virgil Abloh?
Louis Vuitton. Yeah, yeah.
You talking about Virgil the race trader?
Yeah, he the one that Kid Cudi gave a shout out to for designing. Yeah, I just think he's overrated as a designer. Like, and I just think that like this right here need to just like he need to get knocked down a couple pegs because first of all that dress wasn't that special.
It
Second
was
of
too
all, like,
fucking tight.
it was just basic. Like, but like they just make a big deal out of Virgil. That nigga slap his name on anything and shit. Is Virgil
Yeah,
off
man.
white? He do off white.
Yeah, Virgil is off white.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just think these designers, man, these motherfuckers just
Oh my
overrated.
God,
And
Virgil
like if
Abloh.
anything, man, he need to get the fury of the
Shout
public
out to
right now,
him,
man, because
man.
he
Shout out to
he
V-Lone.
fucked
Shout out to
up
all these
pop.
weirdo
He
motherfuckers.
fucked up pop smoke shit. Oh yeah, V Long, fucking anti social club. I'm looking like really.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I'm glad I wear polo, man.
Yeah, man.
You
Shout
know
out
what I
to
mean? Polo
Ralph
fuck that
Lauren,
hill for
man.
man.
He
You know what I'm saying?
bringing wide leg jeans back. That's insane. I don't know about that, but you know what? Wild shit happening.
Not for
There's
me.
another mass shooting in South Carolina. The gunman who killed 5 people in South Carolina was a former NFL
Mm,
player, Philip Adams. So to catch people up on this,
mm,
the shootings reportedly occurred at 5 p.m. Last Wednesday. The York County Sheriff's Office identified the victim as Robert Leslie, 70 years old, a prominent local doctor, his wife Barbara, 69, and their 2 grandchildren, Ada, 9, and Noah, 5, and a fifth, James Lewis, 38, was working in the home at the time and was also killed. A sixth person was hospitalized with multiple gunshot wounds, and the deaths have all been rude homicides. After a
mm,
manhunt, the Associated Press reported that Adams was identified as a suspect and the first to report that he had taken his own life. According to the source, Adams killed himself after midnight with a 45 caliber weapon. So he was a star at South Carolina State before getting drafted in the NFL. He's 33-year-old journeyman playing for 6 teams in 5 seasons. Uh,
mm.
and being drafted in the 7th round by the 49ers in 2010. Um, so right now they are testing him for CTE. So we will get those results back pretty quickly, actually. Because there's no real connection between Adams and the doctor, except for the fact that they had a business relationship. But it wasn't, like some weird sex scandal or this guy fucking killed his brother 30 years ago or some wild shit, right? Some Aaron Hernandez shit. But no,
He
it's like,
lost it. He lost it. Yeah.
yeah, and so they're testing for CTE, man, because this is like the same thing that happened to Junior Seau. And like I was in San Diego when that shit happened, and that was the
Really?
saddest shit ever. Huh?
Mm, I
Yeah.
said, really? Wow.
Yeah,
Tell me
Junior
more.
Seau. Because Junior Seau has CTE, and he knew it, and then he ended up committing suicide. And then when they exhumed his body, they exhumed his brain and shit like that, they found he had CTE. That's just like, man, listen, man, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got a concussion in senior year, summertime. Playing football, and I quit playing football after that because I'm like, yo, I'm good. I'm good. I'm like, yo, I'm good. Like I got hit. Matter of fact, let me tell you, because I got two concussions, right? I got the first one was from Big Will Keys.
Mm,
It was on punt, it was like on punt practice, right? And Big Keys was the punter. Big Keys kicked the
mhm.
ball, right? I'm on like the punt return squad. He ain't gotta hit me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And he hit me so hard. Like I didn't know what the fuck was going on for like 2 days. Like I'm talking about like ears ringing, vision blurred. I figured it out. I had a
Damn.
concussion by going on, America Online. That was the first concussion. I got another one the summer of my senior year, like during like the summertime practice before the scrimmages even start. And I was like, yo, I'm
Condition.
good. I was like, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not about to be out here fucking collecting cans, fucking yelling at fucking kids because I got CTE in fucking high school. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I have a theory. I have a theory. Because I played football right along with you, and I swear, all the high level football players, they had a screw loose. I just felt like I wasn't a high level football player because I was too conscious of the harm in the midst of the play that what could happen to my body. And I feel like people that play at a higher level, them niggas that's super nice, that hit the hardest, like they are like kamikazes. Like they don't give a fuck about what could possibly happen to themselves. And I think in order to play with reckless abandonment, you have to have a screw loose. And playing like that, as long as these NFL players have played, because they played way more years at a high level than the average person that played football. Absolutely, that CTE shit is real, and my theory is connected to that. So I think that chemical imbalance that comes from years of that punishment, mixed with if you got a family, you know what I mean, lineage of crazy motherfuckers, mixed it with that CTE shit, then you got the situation like this dude who just lost his shit and killed all them people. So I think it's just higher probability, man. And I don't know. I don't know, but I ain't even one of the people from society that want to fix it. I just think that motherfuckers need to know that's what they signed up for. I love watching football. Let them niggas bang their heads in.
come
This is the
on.
fucking 2021 Roman Coliseum. You know what the fuck they signed up for, man.
Where's your empathy? Where's your empathy, man?
Man, listen,
Where's your
my
empathy?
empathy is that you know what you signed up for.
You know what it was when you
Empathy.
signed up. Shout out to my
You
man
know what it
Aubrey Graham.
was.
Shout out to Drake, man,
You
the
knew what
greatest
it
rapper
was.
of all time.
Like, bro.
Yeah, that's some wild shit, man. Like
I
CTE is
just
real
think
as fuck.
people need to. It's wild, but again, like we was talking earlier about the addiction,
Personal
people
responsibility.
always trying to find ways to
Yo, personal responsibility,
bingo.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Players know what they're getting themselves into. They know if I sign this big ass contract that I most likely are going to end my career in 3 to 5 years. NFL stands for not for long,
Yeah.
and that punishment has irreparable damage to your brain. And unfortunately, this is a byproduct of it. And it's fucked up, and people have to their lives over it. But this comes with the game.
All right. So, the
Black
Green
Lives
Book,
Matter, power
man.
grab. Oh,
No,
okay. I thought you were going.
no.
Not yet. Not yet.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. Black lives do matter, but fuck it. Let's get into it, man. Listen, The power structure,
Let's
the
go.
corporation, the LLC that is Black Lives Matter is a fucking scam. It's a goddamn money grab. It's a fucking scam. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
no,
I'm
no,
sorry.
no,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Go ahead.
I
Keep going.
don't care.
I'll let you
I
say.
don't care. The individual chapters themselves are great. They're awesome. It was supposed to be a grassroots movement. All right. And then once you start to turn yourself into a political action committee, all right, once you're a pack, all right, and it's not a pack that
Mhm.
actually has the overall needs and concerns of the black community uh, in its actual best interest, right? Then you're no different than anyone else, you know. And so it's like, hey, man, if Black Lives Matter, then you would stick to the social economical movement and not try to get into a political. Because once, listen, man, once you mix politics with the people's movement, it becomes corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's like you're doing favor for a favor, money exchanging hands. We all know exactly how it goes. So now that money you're donating to BLM is going to fucking their lobbyists. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, isn't that what we're fighting against? You know?
But you know, I just feel like we already skeptical of the system, so we so skeptical, especially when it comes to our own, because unfortunately a lot of corruption is associated with people of African American descent, black people in general. Is we automatically, once we get one piece of evidence pointing to any transgression, we automatically think they corrupt. So I follow Patrice Colors of Black Lives Matter, and I'm glad she spoke up, you know what I mean? Because I feel like everyone would just, instead of giving her the benefit of the doubt, except for being one, looking at it like, yo, you really a co-founder of something that is defining in the last 20 years of culture. Like Black Lives Matter is a hashtag. And honestly, I think that they didn't do a good job of shutting motherfuckers down from using a hashtag. People make money off of that shit, off of Scully, Space Mask.
Yeah.
Like the branding of it is so out of control that it's decentralized. That's a whole nother argument. But what she said, she had a post on Instagram, and I reposted it on my little Instagram, and she said, she said, I've worked multiple jobs across many organizations my entire life. I'm also a published author, writer, producer, professor, public speaker, and performance artist. I love my work in all these areas and I work hard to provide for my family. I'm accountable to my community in pursuit of abolitionist, world founded in transformative justice. I do not receive a salary or benefit from Black Lives Matter. That statement right there alone to me can be traced, can be proven or disproven. So I think until for us to throw these accusations, like they need to do an audit of their finances. And now again, if she's proven to have embezzled or have been richly compensated over the shit, then tear her ass up. But for us just assume that because information about her getting homes came out, you know what I'm saying? Like, white motherfuckers right now are so guilty about shit that they pay. Like I had a homegirl that was gonna pay me to do a workshop for fucking Yale University, bruh. For like they child care shit, cause she living cause like she's someone I hired back in the Boys and Girls Club, but she's like, yo, I told my boss about you and I'm doing like this workshop, this program for the parents, and they want to just have somebody like, yo, niggas, they throwing money away. And I was like, I felt so like I ain't even gonna front. Like I felt like I wasn't confident in my skills to present. So I was like, nah, pass. But like maybe she just got bread off of this shit, but not directly through Black Lives Matter. Maybe she opportunist, but maybe not
I mean,
taking no money
I'm
from the
not even
organization.
I'm not even like concerned about her. Like my thing is that um where like any other nonprofit or organization that serves in the community aspect and community
Excuse me.
guard, you can get an itemized list of all their finances and about what goes to what, what money goes where, who's getting paid
Absolutely.
what, what what when can we see one for BLM, the corporation, the entity, the LLC, the money making entity, right? And that's why I'm saying it's
It's
like
coming soon.
it's like my thing is if you look at like the Black Panthers, of Oakland, right? They could give you that. You can see what programs they have, what they're doing, and that's from the fucking 60s. So if you're taking money, if you're taking donations, you're taking people's money, you should be able to tell them exactly like when you spend money, that should be the fucking tweet. You know what I'm saying? Is hey, we spent this much on bailing this person out for
Mm,
this, or this many bail motherfuckers,
transparency. Right, right,
or
right.
we did those should be your fucking tweets. You know what I'm saying? Like that, because
Mm-hmm.
it's like, yo,
Mm-hmm.
I'm donating to this shit, and I can go and see everybody you've bailed out. You know what I mean?
I
I
like
can
that. I
go
like
see
that.
every fucking case you guys have taken pro bono. And they're not fucking doing that. And bro,
Mm.
I'm not a genius. I'm not some fucking goddamn lawyer or some fucking supreme goddamn community organizer. I'm just a nigga with some little baby dreadlocks. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know? And it's like, yo, how can I
Parted.
figure this shit
Parted
out?
dreadlock.
Like how can I figure why is it so easy for me to figure this shit out right now? Like this is what you need to be able to show to people, because when you can't, that's when we start throwing these allegations about shit being shady and y'all being corrupt, man. Let
But
us
you
see
said
the
can't.
books.
You said can't as if this is finalized. I agree with you. They need to be more transparent. I think that's a brilliant way to show full transparency. Like if you are literally in real time
We're here
showing
to
where the money's
solve
going to.
problems, baby. We're here to solve problems.
So I think what I mean they need to do a good job of combating that, and that'd be a great idea to tell them like,
Yeah,
yo,
man.
just tell people like what you spent money on, like, yo, this is how much that came in. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I think this is an easy fix. If you just open your shit up, like, yo, this is what it is. Fuck what they talking about. This is what it is. And honestly, that's what they do deserve that to the public, because we just tired of being finessed. So
Hell
I
yeah,
understand
man.
people's skepticism. But
Y'all
I
been
also
eating long
think that
enough. Now stop being greedy. Keep it real.
But I
Give
think
to the needy.
sometimes like the media or the ops per se, they know how skeptical we are and they can prey on that. They can like, especially with this 2016 election. Like, I mean, isn't that proof of how they can manipulate our
Yeah.
emotions and our worries
Yeah,
to
Cass
make
was
us
eating
turn
that
against
shit
people who
up,
would
man.
probably be
Oh
best for
my
us?
God. Yeah, they were eating
So
that.
you
They
know
was
what I
like,
mean? Like,
Hillary, oh God. Hillary said the N-word on Arsenio
yeah,
Hall. Like, and
yeah,
motherfuckers
like
will retweet that shit 100 times, dog. I'm like, yo,
we
what are you
we
doing,
very
bro? Like,
emotional. We're
yeah,
emotional
emotional as fuck.
community. So they
With no
so I ain't heard
goddamn
I ain't seen
fam.
nobody. I've been following her anyway. I follow her and all the girls that founded Black Lives Matter. And they more quiet as kept, not even quiet as kept. I remember I did like a podcast back in the day, like when they first popped off my old podcast. We did like a full podcast when I went through their website, and they really about trans rights and all that. They're not even what people think they stand for. That's another
That's what I'm
story.
saying. It ain't about the
Hmm.
black lives that we think. Because once you
Yeah, yeah.
start getting into it, you're
It's
gonna
not
say,
about
hey,
that.
I don't agree with this shit. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
saying? You're gonna be
yeah. It's
like, yo,
definitely
I
more
don't like
to it.
this shit ain't got nothing to do with my black ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't agree with this shit. You
It's
know,
just the
and that's
hashtag is using it can be used in a sentence. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? It
man.
can be used in our vernacular. So people confuse that it's an organization and confuse it with it's such an intertwinement, not even a word, but intertwining of a
It
word
is now. It
and
is
a
now.
phrase and a movement. So it's just interesting, man. But they tearing her ass up, man. I'm glad she spoke up. She need to do a fucking damage control. She need to do the opposite of what fucking Derek Jackson doing. That's all I need to say.
Derek Jackson. Shout out to the God, Derek Jackson. Got your wife out there looking crazy, man. She is a soldier in God's army. 10
Yo,
foot.
killer
Yo,
can't keep your foot on his neck.
shout out to Cam, man. That motherfucker's hilarious, man. I love Cam.
Cam hilarious. I love Cam.
I
He
watched that
keep it.
motherfucker on Drink
Cam
Champs,
keep the same
man.
energy since
Oh,
forever.
he's a fucking wild boy, man. He's a wild boy, man. Shout out to Killer Cam, man. Keep them computers
Yes, yes,
putin',
yes,
man. Keep them
yes,
computers
yes.
motherfucking
This
putin', bro.
killer bitch.
God
Oops.
damn, man.
So what we got next, man? We got a couple things on the
Yeah,
line.
man. The Green Book. You familiar with that, man? I mean, of course, your history teacher, right? So there is a new movement started by Black people, of course, right? So we are creating a new Green Book, a new digital Green Book, and podcasts and travel guides for the new noir traveler, right? And so I read about the Green Book when I was like in high school, and I was like, "Damn, black people are smart as fuck." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "These motherfuckers are geniuses, right?" And then, when you get older, you understand like the significance of it in historical context and like just the risk um, of even being in that book. like a racist motherfucker could get that book and see all these black safe havens and go just burn them, like just shit like that. I'm like, yo, these are like some warriors, right? Like that's a
Yeah.
whole other ass people don't, because you putting yourself out on Front Street saying, yo, I protect black people and what,
Word.
you know what I'm saying, and what bitch ass nigga can't beat me, and
Well,
that's what it is, man.
explain to people because people don't know what the Green Book was about. Like, you kind of alluding to it,
If you don't know
but
what the Green
explain
Book
it
is
to them what
about, you
it
shouldn't
meant.
listen to this fucking podcast, you fucking goddamn cucks. No,
Yo,
so
well,
the Green Book was called the Negro Motorist Green Book, and it was an essential guide for
mhm,
safe spaces. It was published in from 1936 to 1966 by Victor Hugo Green annually. And the
mhm,
Green Book helped black travelers in the Jim Crow period find hotels, restaurants, gas stations, and other businesses that would serve them. So they also went on to make an Academy Award-winning movie, also called The Green Book, starring Mahershala Ali and
mhm.
the white dude whose name I forget. But they got an Academy Award for it. But that movie wasn't really about the Green Book. It was about
Yeah, it wasn't.
a white dude saying nigga and eating chicken. You know what I'm saying? So that's all that was. But
Yeah, first driving Miss Daisy and shit
yeah,
was
it was. But yeah, that's the thing. But the Green Book was like a fucking guide to get through the South and be able to go and survive, man. Um,
yeah.
and that shit, when I say like black people are smart as fuck, it's like, yo, black people are goddamn geniuses, man. We like we're
System within a
fucking
system.
really the X-Men, bro. Like we're really
Facts.
Shield. Like if you think
Yeah,
about it, like we're really the CIA. Like we had an underground fucking railroad, dog. Like nigga, we invented spies. Like we was a
yes.
bro. Like we was the fucking CIA. You know what I'm saying? The colored investigation agency, dog. Because
Yo,
we had an underground railroad. We had secret languages. We was communicating slave revolts with drums and shit like that. We had Negro spirituals that was like fucking patterns. Like the way we got our hair cornrowed was like escape routes and shit
pre-social
like that.
media.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, yo, black people, I love y'all,
Yo,
man.
it's
Y'all niggas
crazy.
is crazy, but I love y'all, man. Shit.
It's crazy. Me and two of my close friends, I say about 4 years ago, invested in an app called the Green Map app,
Mm,
and it was like a Yelp for black businesses. We was trying to pattern after Yelp with a little bit of Waze in it,
yeah.
and we spent like $900 on it. You know what I'm saying? We went through what's that shit called? Fiverr, and we
Yeah.
had somebody develop it for us. It's still in existence, but we just never like brought it to public. But yeah, man, that shit is a dope ass concept. Like,
Yeah,
and
man.
and I think that's dope right there for people to develop something like that, like places that so you can patronize black businesses and you can just provide money to keep it flowing within the community. And that's ill, man. Like you said, like people back in the day, even like artists. Like I'm listening to the autobiography of Cicely Tyson right now.
Look at
And
my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest?
I love
Do you know
black
what I'm
people.
talking
I love
about?
seeing black
yes,
people, man.
yes, man. Like people with stars and was traveling and still couldn't stay in like hotel. They couldn't stay in
Yeah.
lodging that they can afford. They had to stay in whatever would accept them. And the
Hmm.
Green Book was just so ill because it told them like places. Even Thurgood Marshall. Like I read about Thurgood Marshall, how he used to go around the country and he's working for NAACP and he used to go defend people, and he had to know where he was staying at before he was going touchdown. Otherwise, like people was
Yeah.
trying to
Shout out to the
pressure him,
guy,
like, yo,
Thurgood
get the fuck
Marshall,
out of
man.
town.
Thurgood
So
motherfucking
that
Marshall,
book,
man.
that's a clutch ass shit right there. Let me click on this shit because I don't even.
Man,
I mean, I know the story of it.
if I have a son, I'm naming him Thurgood, man. Shout out to
Yeah,
Thurgood
Thurgood is a
Marshall and
legend.
Thurgood from Half Baked, man. That's what's up, man. Damn.
Yeah, this shit. Yeah, this shit is, and this is actually interesting. Can you put what brought this to your attention? Because I see this was published in February.
What
This article.
about Black Lives Matter?
No, about the Green Map.
Oh, nah, because
Green Book.
hey man, this shit deserves to be talked about, and we ain't talk about it in
Yeah.
February. And you know what it is because I'm going to I'm taking a bunch of wild trips this summer around Asia because I can't afford to live in the United States anymore. When I'm
You
not
going to
if I'm
Asia?
not
You said?
Yeah, so I'm going to Thailand and fucking Singapore and like a bunch of other
Mm.
places. But I'm gonna be based out of Thailand
Don't
though.
spit no gum. Don't
Uh,
spit no gum in Singapore.
no, I've been to
Flash.
Singapore. I've been to Singapore before. That's all bullshit, dude. It's a super dope place. If you get arrested, you're just a bad person. Like they're really chill out there.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm going on some trips, and I'm like, damn, bro. I'm like trying to see if there's like any like a Yelp for black people, right? Just like yo, if I go to a hotel, right? I like
Safe
going to
space.
I like going to the hotel bars, right? And if they got like a little
Word.
jazz band, a little something like that, right? A black person's going to leave that in a review. They're going to talk about that kind of shit, right?
Word.
They're not going to be talking about the turn down service, like, oh, they left a mint on the pillow, and like fuck out of here with that bullshit, right? So it's like, nah, we're going to talk about the ambiance and things that are important to us, and like, and do we feel safe and accepted and things like that, right?
Absolutely.
And so, and I'm like, damn, I'm like, yo, I could probably do that. You know what I'm saying? Just go. I can just like blog my travels and shit, and just do like reviews and shit of the places I go, and like, do they fuck with black people? Like, and that's what it'd be called. It's like, is do y'all fuck with black people, yo? .com. And
Word.
I just go to places and be like, yo, do y'all fuck with black people? And just see how y'all fuck with black folks. And yeah, that
Word.
should be dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because then like you'll know before you go there, do they fuck with black people? And yeah, and I'm like, but the Green Book is super, super, super historic. We think about like our
Yes.
grandparents, used this, they grew up with this. And our parents knew about this. They were taught about this. And it's just like, yo, man, it's so much uh history that we've been a part of, like so much secret history that we've developed, we've created, just for our survival. And people, mainstream America looks at it in awe, like The Help or the Green Book or Hidden Figures, things like that. And it's like, yo, all this shit came out of the fucking struggle, baby. You know what I'm saying? Like this shit came out of being brought
Yeah.
here as fucking chattel slaves. You know what I'm saying? And having everything erased. We had to relearn everything and create everything over again. You know what I mean? It's like if you look at our contributions to this country, man, they speak for themselves, man. We the greatest. We the fucking goats, man. Black people. God
Yeah, we
bless y'all.
really like it's literally turning lemons and making lemonade.
Wide
Like that's just what
nose
it is. Like
motherfuckers.
breathing all the white man's air.
Yo. Shout out to white
Hey, yo,
people, yo. Yo, let me tell you. First off, yo, I gotta get a white person on here, man, because I have to ask a white person, do they get mad when we make jokes about them not having lips? I'm gonna tell you right now, I would be fucking pissed off. I would want to fight over that shit. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna make a fucking joke about me not having lips, you know what I'm saying? And I'm white and I probably don't have lips like that, right? I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? Like, fam, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I gotta ask a white person, like, yo, did that shit piss y'all off, man? When motherfuckers say y'all ain't got no lips.
man, they
Like,
rule the world.
what's up?
They rule the world.
Yeah.
They rule the world. So I'll be like, I don't give a fuck. Who cares?
I'm just saying, man. I'm trying to
Like,
be empathetic, man. I gotta understand my fellow human. Like that shit is funny to me, man. Because it's
mm,
like, yo, I'm like, yo, does it bother you when the entire world thinks you can't dance? Like, cause it bothers me when everyone thinks that I can't swim, and I'm like Black Michael Phelps, dog. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, man, like stereotypes bother me. And I'm like, yo, there's mad stereotypes about white people, and I want to ask them, like, how do you feel about that?
a
Like
whole bunch of stereotypes, but
mayonnaise
again,
and
like
everything. Niggas don't know how to use seasoning. Like, how does that
I love
feel?
mayonnaise. I don't give a fuck. I never understood that. I never understood that little joke. I'm looking like I love mayonnaise. Like, what's wrong with mayonnaise?
It's homophobia. That's what the joke is.
I
It's
love
toxic
mayonnaise.
masculinity and homophobia. Mayonnaise is too much like male cum, and that's what it
Oh,
is.
I get
You
it.
know.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know, man. That shit is
Toxic masculinity strikes again. Ha ha ha
all
ha
right.
ha ha
All
ha
right.
ha.
I can keep the
Yeah.
toxic masculine men at bay by saying mayonnaise is delicious. Pause. All right. Simple
Yo.
as that.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, I'm sorry, yo.
Pause.
Kyrie Irving is fucking wild, man. This motherfucker,
What's up?
yo, he said the earth was flat, right? And he didn't want people to get mad at him about that, right? And Kyrie has been like saging the fucking basketball courts and doing all this weirdo shit. And we've accepted him for that because he's been very conscious and very very poignant when he chooses to speak about things that concern anything besides basketball. And so, you know, we cut him some slack for the other wild shit he does. And Kyrie apparently does not like it when someone calls him the N-word. Don't call Kyrie a nigga or a nigger with the ER or the A. Be like, nigga, can I borrow a pencil? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, don't do that. Don't say that shit to Kyrie, because Kyrie got in a fucking argument with Dennis Schroeder, who's from Germany. So not even like an American black dude, right? So Kyrie's arguing over a foul. Schroeder's backing up, and Kyrie's all in his face, and then Schroeder's like, yo, damn, nigga, you know, and Kyrie's like, yo, don't call me a nigger. I'm not a nigger. You know, he gets on his fucking Hotep shit, his Dr. Umar shit. And Schroeder's just like, yo, bro, my bad. Like, but yo, listen, I get it. Like, you're a goddamn Professor X, bro. You're super woke, bro. Like, you're so fucking, you're ambient woke, bro. You're so woke, you're back asleep, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a fucking daywalker, dude. You're fucking flatliners. You're that woke. You're flatliners, right? And so I'm like, it's cool, man. But I don't know that I can't say that word. And I'm just saying, yo, you're all in my personal space right now, bro. And I'm like, damn. NIGGA, can I breathe? You know, and that's it. And then you know, Kyrie goes into fucking, you know, he goes into fucking Hotep, man. Kyrie, he goes into Hotep mode and is like, Kyrie, don't call me a nigger. Don't you dare. Don't.
Everybody, we have so many people that go through this phase. This is nothing new under the sun. A lot of people try to have
you gotta have a funeral for the N-word, yeah. But that shit back like that Jesus. That shit, the nigga came back like Machiavelli, nigga.
Because niggas don't die.
Niggas is like cockroaches. Shout. That's a great album. I went back and listened to it.
Great album.
I went back and listened to it again. It's only one song that I skipped. It's a great album. Nas was just too ahead of his time.
Great album. And a lot of people quiet as kept. Guys, we're talking about the Untitled Nas album.
It's such a great fucking song.
A lot of people think that Nas didn't write. They think that my man M1 from Dead Prez had a lot to do with that album. That's what they saying. They say he might, like, people really like saying Nas had a co-writer for that one. But anyway, back to Kyrie. Kyrie just strike me as someone that just gets tough with people he can get tough with, but when some real niggas get in the room, all that shit comes to a cease. Like, he get quiet. Like, cause real niggas don't give a fuck about that woke shit. Like, man, you don't shut your goofy ass up, man. You from fucking Scotch Plains, Fanwood, Duke going to school ass motherfucker. Like, yo, ain't that fucking serious? Like, and you trying to apply that intellectualism when you don't even have a fucking college degree and you're not even consistent with your intellectualism. Like,
the earth is flat.
He just, you know what I mean? Yeah, like, I mean, I like sometimes he say some real shit, and then sometimes he just say some other shit. I'm looking like, you really like, man, somebody gonna mush his ass. Shut the fuck up. Man, shut up.
Yo, Kyrie is,
you know what I mean? He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. He's doing a good job of getting, you know, justifying the giving of NBA players sabbaticals and shit. Like,
yo, he's taking like so many fucking days off. Oh my god, dude. Shit.
Like, he's the OG of that shit. Like, yo, we need time off our families, and I salute him for that. You know what I mean? But
yo, like, he does, bro, like, he says a lot of great things, and then he like does shit like this, and it's like, yo, bro, I get it.
Undermine it.
Don't
really?
Call you the N-word, bro, but I don't know that until you tell me.
Doing too much, bro.
Like, I don't know you're offended until you tell me you're offended, bro. Like, that's all. You know, jeez, like, have some empathy.
Wasn't he the same?
Kyrie Luther King.
Wasn't he? Kyrie Luther King. Like, wasn't he on a boat with a whole bunch of white women and shit a couple years ago? Like,
yes, he was
on
man.
a boat.
That's when he wasn't. Like, that's when he was asleep. He was asleep. Now he's.
You know what I mean? Like, but don't be a menace.
Listen, man.
Like, hey, brother,
blackity black. Yo, listen, man. Shout out to CB4, man.
He balling though. be clear, he balling this year though.
Listen, man, and they still not gonna beat the Lakers, man. Lakers in 5, baby. LA, big city of dreams,
Damn,
nigga.
5?
You know what I'm
You
saying? Yeah,
wildin'.
man. And that's just one as a courtesy, man. I will call this. That's a gentleman's sweep. But listen, man. I got to shout out to the god, man. Diddy. Take that. Walk your motherfucking ass to fucking Juniors and give me a cheesecake, you fucking slaves. Diddy is a wild boy, right? Diddy is a wild boy. So Diddy pins a letter accusing corporate America of exploiting the almighty black dollar. Media mogul and rapper Sean Diddy Combs published an open letter last Thursday accusing corporate America and General Motors in particular of paying lip service to black businesses without actually supporting them. The same companies, the same feet these companies used to stand on with us in solidarity are the same feet they use to stand on our necks, Diddy wrote in an open letter. That was me impersonating Diddy, which was published on the website of his media network Revolt. Diddy's letter echoes the concerns of several other black leaders and entrepreneurs who have accused GM CEO Mary Barra of stonewalling them and allocating less than 0.5% of the company's advertising budget to black-owned companies. Last week, a group including rapper and actor Ice Cube and Allen Media Group head Byron Allen took out a full-page ad in the Detroit Free Press lambasting Barra. Okay, I'm tired of reading. And let me tell you, Diddy, nigga, give Mace back his masters. Shut the fuck up, bro. Give Mace back his fucking masters. You sold Mace's fucking masters. Black Rob about to die. Give Black Rob his fucking masters back. You know what I'm saying? Give every artist back their fucking masters. All right? Don't say shit about exploiting black people when all you've done is exploit black artists. All you've done is exploit black people. Diddy, I love you. You changed your name to Love. I am leading with love. I love you, Diddy. You are one of my favorite entertainers. But please, bro, this is the pot calling the kettle nigga. Yo, chill, bro. You fucking wilding right now, man. You wilding right now, fam. Chill the fuck out. I love you, Diddy, and I say this in love. But nah.
Yeah. Diddy is just, he's trying to capitalize off of this racial reckoning that we in the midst of. And it's very tone deaf. Continue to build Revolt up by putting on some unique programming. And let that speak on behalf of your newfound Black Power ideology, because your track record is showing that you are as exploitative as any white executive in Hollywood.
This motherfucker like Red from the 5 Heartbeats, man. What the fuck?
For real.
That nigga had Biggie killed.
Oh, see, I ain't going that far.
You ain't gonna go on that far.
Yeah, because Biggie was trying. Biggie learned that he didn't earn his fucking. He didn't fucking have his own masters. That's what happened. Big was gonna lead a label, and Diddy was like, And then him and Suge Knight conspired to have both their biggest acts, Tupac and Biggie Smalls, killed.
It's like you doing a trailer for some shit on YouTube.
Yeah, man, my fucking conspiracy podcast is me and Alex Jones.
I think Diddy just definitely tone deaf, especially when Black Rob posted that video. That just killed everything he was saying.
He's dying with no health care. How Bad Boy give niggas health care, bro? Black Rob made whoa, bro. Black Rob made whoa.
And a lot of people, pardon me, a lot of people really, I forget the name Black Rob album. A lot of people say his album was solid.
That shit was fucking hard. That shit. I dare you.
Yeah,
come against me. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that shit was really solid. Bro, Can I Live? Oh,
that's
my
a classic
God.
song right there. That's a classic song right there.
Dame Esposa. That shit. And he had I Love You, Baby.
I was about to say that. That's that song off of Diddy's first album.
Never Betray Me. Yep.
That shit was mean. I met Uptown Dykeman. All right then.
She had to fuck with Businessman. Oh my, yeah. Listen, I love Black Rob, and that's why it's like, Diddy, fam, you fucking penning this letter. Black Rob in the hospital right now. How about you show some love to us, my man? You changed your name to Love. Show some love to us, man.
Yeah. I mean, Diddy, he all around. He got a school that's doing pretty well. You know what I'm saying? He just got some very. You just can't.
Give Mace back his fucking masters, man. I'm tired of
It,
seeing Mace
you
have to
just got to
fucking
be
reach in
very
people's
careful,
pockets
bro.
from the
Man.
pulpit, right?
He
You got
he
Mace
doing
out here scamming niggas and shit. Uh, uh,
he doing the
uh,
Derek
uh.
he doing the Derek Jackson shit. Like you
Yeah, he definitely
can't
doing Derek
like shit
Jackson
where you
shit.
eat. You can't shit where you eat. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't sit there and try to kick niggas back and for doing the same shit that you doing. Like that's when niggas really get on your ass. Pause. Like type of shit you on. Like you really did artists dirty. Like I ran across Mark Curry because Mark Curry
Yo,
from
shout out to
We Ain't
Mark Curry.
Going Nowhere. That We Ain't Go Nowhere. Like he the one that posted the Black Rob video, and I
Yep.
clicked on Mark Curry like page. This nigga got like, he a whole regular civilian and shit. Like regular dude. I'm looking like
Yeah,
I don't
man.
really remember him putting out much music, but he was
Nigga can't
signed
get a
for a
job at Revolt? God damn, Diddy!
yeah, it's crazy, bro. What happened to Farnsworth, my nigga?
What
What's
happened to my
Farnsworth?
nigga Bentley Fonzberg? I actually he put out a really good album called Colors. It was dope as fuck. I think he's back in Atlanta doing like the shit he doing before he got with Diddy, but that's a cool
He was an
motherfucker, man.
artist. He was an
Yeah,
artist. He was just like an artist.
yeah.
But you know what
He
I'm
used to work
saying?
at the he used to work at the Polo store in Atlanta, bro.
Mm,
Yeah, that's why I liked him. He was a cool motherfucker, man.
no wonder.
He's a
Speaking
cool
of
brother.
polo, man, I got some double. I got a double RL hat, man. I couldn't afford
Yeah, you
other
paid what
shit.
250 for that shit?
No. That was the cheapest shit I could afford in the
God
store,
damn, bro. Yeah,
and I kept it. I kept
WRL.
it.
I'm like, yo,
I kept
who thinking you charge another shit?
double
Y'all,
RLs
they
to
charge an
compete with
extra 100,
Gucci.
bro, for another R. I'm like, yo, it could be
Yes.
RL, and you get the RRL. You like, yo, you really, really fucking, yo, you losing it,
And
my nigga. What the fuck?
the great thing about it, niggas don't even know. Only a small group
Yeah.
of people
The
understand what
same
that.
shit with Purple Label, bro. It's like, yo, you got Purple Label, yo, you for what, man? You could have just got a regular black polo with the purple horse, and you got a Purple Label polo with no polo, paid 1,200 for that shit. The bitch don't know what the fuck it is, so she ain't gonna appreciate it.
Yo,
You know what I'm saying?
nobody know what that
Only
is
nigga gonna
except
appreciate this
for
shit is
certain
like a
people.
nigga that know the shit. It's gonna be a dude like, oh, that's a Purple Label, bro. That's nice. So you got niggas giving you compliments, so you wearing shit. So now you basically gay. You know what I'm saying? Because you wearing shit to impress niggas. Because a woman is not gonna know what the
Word
fuck
up.
she's looking at, bro.
Facts though, like that's real shit. Like I
Listen,
posted the
man.
picture in front of the I posted a picture in front of the double RL store in Melrose and shit, and only one person peeped it. Like, okay, I see what they ain't regular polo. I
Yeah.
like bingo. The average motherfucker that don't follow that shit, they be like, what's that? Like, so you might as well just get like some like Gucci or MCM or some shit.
Yeah. Yeah, basically.
But polo still a shit though.
Yeah, I don't wear none of that like like Louis
Me
Vuitton or
either.
Gucci and
Me
like
either.
that. Cause first off, man, I'm broke as fuck.
Yeah, I can't.
I'm broke as fuck.
I
You know
would
what I'm saying?
consider return that shit so many times before I actually wore
Yeah.
it that I'm not even gonna do it to
Like,
myself.
because it's like the women that I appreciate, they don't like that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like they like a dude wearing like Nike SB Dunks and shit like that, but that knows how the stock market works
Cool shit.
and can explain like Judeo Christian values and shit. That kind of shit. Like you can
Yes.
like talk and entertain them. Like
So
when they say like they're like a sapiosexual, I hate that shit,
you can
bitch.
teach him something.
Like I don't want to teach you shit. I'm tired
I'm
of
talking
teaching these
about
hoes.
you ain't
You know what I'm
teaching
saying?
them. They learning from you just being in your present. You feel me?
Yeah,
You like
you
like a
damn right.
sun radiating rays, and you
I'm
want
like a
to
fucking
push your
pimp.
presence to your
I'm
aura,
something like a
man.
pimp, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shit.
I mean, I was on
Pimp named
Rodeo,
Slickback.
man.
You probably saw
I
some
was
pimps
on
then.
I was on Rodeo Drive, and I only went to the Polo store. And that's the only store I went into. My wife did go in the MCM store and buy a bag. You know what I'm saying? So we felt like we wasn't window shopping too
Shout
much
out
out
to
there. But
black people with money.
yeah, but I was out there like, yeah, I was feeling broke as hell on Rodeo Drive. Like, fuck that shit. I
Yeah,
was
I don't
feeling like a
know.
whole sucker. I felt like people was looking at me probably like, what the fuck is broke ass doing here? Like that's what
Yeah.
I thought people was thinking of me.
That's why I go to the Polo outlet or I order my shit from online because I get like
Oh
super
yeah.
discounts online. They be like, yo, 40% off, and it's already 40% off. And it's like, yo, fam, you
Oh
know
yeah, I got
me. You
and
know
Macy's got
me,
a
dog.
great polo deals, man. But
Yeah, man.
anyway,
I love
man.
Polo, man. I can
So
talk about
so
Polo all day, man.
I see we got
Down
a
to the
couple other things on
boxers,
here,
man.
man. I see that.
I don't really care about that black retired New York corrections officer getting their house raided
Yeah,
by a no-knock warrant. But we
yeah.
can't talk about motherfucking Nike. They trying to stop Lil Nas X from releasing some devil shoes, and these motherfucking devils ain't paid no goddamn taxes in 3 years, thanks to Donald
Mm.
Trump. Shout out to motherfucking rich people looking out for rich people. These motherfuckers got Colin Kaepernick taking the knee, and they just fucking not paying no taxes to actually provide for these services that Colin Kaepernick is kneeling for. Nike, I love Air Maxes, man, but y'all need to take an Air Max, turn it sideways, and stick it straight up your candy asses, you fucking jabroni. Shout out to The Rock. I got a rock in my pants. It is spelled the COCOKKK, because that's what the Nike is being like right now. Shout out to all the racists in Oregon, Beaverton. You know what it is, gang, gang.
And
Yeah,
Nike
man.
selling. They about to start selling refurbished sneakers.
They woke as fuck.
Yeah, man.
They real
just
woke.
announced that.
Fucking sweatshop ass motherfuckers.
And they stock at $130. They stock at $132 right now.
Pay some fucking taxes. You fucking cucks.
It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Like that just shows you the PR machine behind these companies, right? Because that's seen as like shrewd business moves. But if let a poor person figure out loopholes and exploit those, they are a leech. They are just leeching off the system. They're lazy. Like, so it's just interesting how the same shit is condemned and rewarded in our society, man.
Yeah, so it's not just Nike, because it's also FedEx. So shout out to FedEx. Fucking FedEx. It's a list of 53 companies that made like $77 billion and paid nothing. And oh shit. Oh, shout out to Hewlett Packard, DT Energy and Duke Energy. Shout out to them not paying any motherfucking taxes. Yeah, man. Listen, man, it's capitalism with a conscience,
Absolutely.
or it can be socialism with a smile. All at the end of the day, man, listen, man, this shit is going to come to a very violent end very soon. Sorry, that's just what happens to fucking civilizations, man. We had a really great run, but y'all motherfuckers haven't learned that the poor people are eventually going to swallow all the rich. That's what they were talking about when all the punk rockers were talking about eat the rich. That's what Tupac was talking about when he was talking about the ground swallowing up rich people. That's what it is, man. The meek shall inherit the earth, and meek doesn't mean that you're weak or that you're pussy. It just means that you have power and you're choosing not to use it. But now we have to swallow up the rich, because if you're sitting here trying to tell us that Lil Nas X can't sell his devil sneakers, but you motherfuckers ain't paid taxes in 3 fucking years, right? But then y'all saying y'all stand with Cap, and y'all with Serena, and y'all Black Lives Matter, right? But and donating Republican candidates, like the fucking programs that we need in these inner cities are funded by the fucking taxes that you're not paying. So Nike, suck my dick from the back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
after a nice workout.
Because the only obligation is to shareholders.
Exactly,
that's
man.
Who they, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that's investing, how you can grow my investment. That's what matters to these companies. And that's what always matters to these companies, no matter what they say. But unfortunately, the average person doesn't understand that, and that's why they're able to get away with this bullshit.
Yeah, man. I can't wait for the fucking goddamn war, bro. Like, just the poor people versus the fucking rich. I'm in the poor people section, dog. Yeah, we're gonna fucking win, dude. And it's gonna be like,
that'd be a massacre. The proletariat rise up.
Yeah, man. Fucking Bolshevik revolution, man. Yeah, communism. Woo!
Yeah.
I'm joking. Communism is evil. It's terrible.
It's very evil. It sounds good on paper,
socialism
but
is terrible.
It makes it hard.
Democracy is the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa,
when it's executed properly.
Democracy or representative democracy, republic?
Because democracy, I don't trust the people.
Yeah. Populism is definitely not a good thing. Populism.
Listen, man. I don't trust the people.
Hey, man. But
listen, let me. You know who else I don't fucking trust? I don't trust anyone from Florida, because a woman in Florida is receiving jail time
Oh
for
yeah.
coughing on a cancer patient in a viral video. The woman seen in the video giving the finger to a shopper and then coughing in her face in a Jacksonville mall has been sentenced to 29 days in jail for assault. The decision ended several hours of testimony and questions Thursday in the sentencing hearing of Deborah Jo Michelle Hunter, the woman from Fernandina Beach outside of Jacksonville. It came despite an August plea agreement that had consisted of only probation with conditions. Now, the woman that she coughed on was like, she had brain cancer.
She had
And was
all
like,
type of health problems.
yeah,
Crazy.
right. Like super high risk. She was like, yo, I have cancer and I'm about to die. Right. And she was like, I don't care. And coughed on her. And now she's crying about having to do 30 days in jail. Like, just imagine you took 30 days of this woman's life. There's not the same trade-off. Like, just do your time, and because you did a fucking crime, you nasty bitch. You know what I'm saying? You nasty, nasty, disgusting, foul creature. That's gross. Anybody that does that kind of shit, you should do a mandatory 3 years in jail. It should be the same thing as a gun charge. Same thing as a gun charge. 3 years in jail for that kind of shit. That's bioterrorism. You fucking whack jobs.
Well, I'm glad that they held her ass accountable, and hopefully that's a precedent that's being set. People know not to be fucking nasty and disrespectful. Like, people be bugging, man. But hey, man, everybody not rap the same, man. So you can't expect much from people. That's why I walk around with the tough guy face. I think my disposition lets people know not to fuck with me, and it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm the nicest guy, but yeah, man. Like Beanie Siegel said, cool points can't collect them on me.
Yeah, man. Let me tell you, man. I took the bus today, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fucking Metro, the transit. They got I took the bus. I took the bus from DC. Yo, it's that shit. They got like two of them, an express one and like a local one. They both fast as shit. And so I'm like, yo, I'm on the bus just chilling, and I get off the bus and I'm walking like, the little 10-minute walk to where I'm at because I'm in the hood and I see like a group of young liberals, young Black Lives Matter activists, and I'm like, yo, man, I got on all black, so I'm like, yo, listen, man, I'm a neutral, bro. Like, don't fuck me up out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I work out in these Air Maxes, bro. These shits ain't collector's editions. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I walk around. I'm super pussy anywhere. I'm just like, I call everybody brother. Yeah, I'm like, how you doing, brother? Yeah, I'm like Bernie Mac from Friday. I'm like, how you doing, brother?
Hey, man, when you're a father and you just realize, like, listen, I don't want no
problem, dog. I'm trying to watch.
You say
I'm trying to watch Doc McStuffins, bro. I don't want no problems, dog. I'm super pussy, bro. Like, I'm trying to survive.
Whatever
man.
you say, I am, big bro. All right, big bro. Like, fuck all that. Like, yeah, I ain't even mad at you, brother.
Listen, the Masters. The only reason why I'm talking about this because there was history made at the Masters. Hideki Matsuyama made history, becoming the first Japanese male golfer to win a major championship by wrapping up the 2021 Masters title. Here's where the conspiracy. That shit was fucking rigged because of all the anti-Asian crap. No, I'm joking. What
a coincidence.
What a coincidence. Joe Biden, fucking China, Hunter Biden, Croatia. Yeah, I don't fucking know, bro. But no. But no, so I think it's dope as shit, bro, because I'm gonna tell you, bro, like once Japan lost World War II and we demilitarized them, they got good at everything else. Right? They took over electronics. They took over like breakdancing, like just dance in general. And when you look at when they do, I love Japanese movies. Anime is the shit. Japanese movies are the shit, right? Video games, bro. Like, come on, man. Japan just said, you know what? We don't got to defend ourselves. We can use all this aggression that we had creatively and just make mad wild shit, right? And so now you got them getting into sports that aren't really mainstream out there, and then getting good enough to fucking rock out in the fucking Masters, bro. And I mean, we got Japanese
they got good baseball players.
We got hella Japanese baseball players. They've been fucking around baseball.
They
for a
good
while.
in baseball,
and so you got in the NBA, you got them in the NFL. You got them in goddamn women's tennis. Women's golf, by far.
Yep.
And
They
everywhere,
are
bro.
very.
And then I'm
Mhm.
just waiting. I just need a Japanese rapper, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're right. Like
I just need a Japanese rapper.
they have a
And
higher per capita contribution to society than other countries around the world. Like they are
hip hop,
like,
man, in
and that
Japan
right there
is
that
hand in
should tell
hand,
you,
bro.
and that should tell you why it was a good idea that General MacArthur took over Japan. Like that was a great idea to demilitarize them because let's say if we didn't, they still probably be a
They
threat
would
to
be
the world.
fucking wild, boy. They would be crazy. They would be crazy as shit. They'd be some wild motherfuckers, dog. Like if Japan still had a military, they would be fucking insane, bro. Like
They'd
they
be
would be
off the
fucking
hook.
yo. They were really like diving airplanes into ships. They
Just
was
think
on
about
some
it. They used
kamikaze
to,
shit for real.
they used
Like
to
that.
rule China. Like
Yes.
little ass island of
They
Japan was
had they
ruling
called
China.
China the sick man of Asia, bro. Like Japan was wild as fuck. They were some gangsters. Like I got
Yes,
nothing but respect for those crazy fucking
facts.
guys, man.
Yes, they
They're
lineage is
insane.
strong.
They're fucking nuts, bro. They can party, man. I've been in Japan a bunch of times. Met a lot of great people in Japan. They can fucking party.
Yo,
Like
so
fucking
how is Tokyo? I really want to go there.
it was crazy, man. So first off, I hadn't been there until after I saw Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift, one of my favorite movies. Shout out to Lil Bow Wow, Shad Monster guy, right? So I'm thinking that my whole experience is gonna be like Tokyo Drift. It wasn't. It was better. It was way better. It was way better
Mm,
because they fucking love black people out there. Like, don't get it twisted. They
mm.
love black people. And so everybody kept calling me Kobe, rest in peace, Kobe. So anytime you go to Asia, they call you Kobe or like LeBron, right? They just call you whatever random basketball black person with a bald head, right? So they were calling you Kobe and shit out there, man. And I'm like, whatever. But they fuck with hip hop. They fuck with the same music at the
Mm,
same time. It's the same vibe. Like the people that are your age speak English. You know what I'm saying? And they
mm,
mad, like they're like proud of all their shit, right? So they're like, yo,
mm.
like they'll take you to all their spots and show you around because they want you to like be proud, like to be honored to be
Show, show
shown
their
around. And
country.
so like yeah, it's like
Hmm.
they're taking us everywhere and shit, bro. And that shit is so fucking it's so fucking fun out there. It's so dope. It's a lot. If you're into history, like you're a history buff, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
like before Tokyo was Edo, right? It's like that
Hmm.
shit is still there, bro. Like that shit is still
So
there.
that's
It's
like
like
Imperial Japan.
all the old shit is still there, and so it's like there's
Mm,
so much like because you can be like, you know what, I'm not gonna go to Tokyo, I'll go to Yokohama, and that's more of a traditional Japanese city where it's like you have to speak Japanese to be able to get around.
mm.
They don't English. They're like, yo, fuck out of here, bro. You know what I'm saying? And but if you want more of the traditional Japanese experience, you can go there. You can go to Kyoto. You know what I'm saying? Or you can go like to
Yeah,
Okinawa.
Kyoto.
I've been
Hmm.
there, man. It's like crazy out there. Or like it or Fukuoka. Like it's a bunch of places, man. And it's like every place is different, but every
My
place is
father wants
modern.
to go there. My father, he's in the martial arts. He always been.
Yeah,
So I grew up
yeah,
in that culture. So he wants to go there for his 60th birthday, and I was like, why
yeah,
not?
man.
Like,
Hell
I
yeah,
think
go,
that'd be
bro.
dope.
Go, bro. Go see a fucking sumo wrestling match live, man. Go see fucking some jujitsu or some fucking
Mm.
mixed martial arts live out there,
Yeah,
bro. Like
I'm
it's
very into the
crazy, man.
culture, man.
Yeah.
They have so many contributions to overall culture, man. So you just made me even more
Yeah, I mean,
resolute in
mad
trying to get
racist
over
too, though.
there.
Let me not get it twisted because
Yeah,
as much as they were
yeah.
progressive, there were places that you could not go if you were black. You know what I'm saying? They would just throw the X up and be like, they'd be like, no
What that
gaijin
mean?
or no gaijin or no koko gaijin. You know what I'm saying?
What
No
that
koko
mean?
jin. That mean you can't go in there. It's Japanese only. So they're openly racist out
Mm,
there. So if you're white or a tourist or like black, they will openly be like, nah, you can't come in here. It's Japanese only. And you could speak
mm,
Japanese, be born there, but if you're not Japanese, I mean if you let's look at some of the interviews that Naomi Osaka has done about uh
mm.
her not being accepted in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, and yeah, but then why she chose to represent Japan, to honor her mother.
Her
If you
mother.
like, so
Mhm.
she's talked a lot about that, about how she wasn't accepted in Japan because she was mixed heritage,
She look more
and
Japan than Jap. She look more Japanese than Haitian, or I mean, but
what does a Haitian look like?
I mean, they have strong African features because they had less
Yo,
miscegenation through their history, so they have
shot.
less breaking of their
So they're
lineage.
purebred. So they're purebreds.
Yeah, they more purebred Africans than black people in America.
Shout
So
out to Haitians, man.
when people say that, I have that in the chamber. Like y'all motherfuckers got unique hairlines, unique noses. Most of y'all are dark skinned because y'all have less white in your blood than black
Yeah.
Americans. So it's not the popular thing to say, but it's the truth.
Yeah, man, you gotta, hey, man, you gotta give motherfuckers they credit, man, they points, bro. It's like, yo, y'all blacker than us, nigga. Shit.
Like yes,
You know,
like
fuck.
you guys the first fucking
Y'all got it. Y'all
first
got
slave
fucking
republic.
revolt. You know what I'm saying? And got your independence and shit, and then y'all ain't
Like
get fucked over for 400 more years, bro. Like y'all won.
1804,
Y'all
like I
did
think
it, bro.
1804
Like,
some shit like that. Yeah, so
yeah,
I'm ready for that answer, bro. Because we say that we from Asbury, so I'm ready for that.
yeah, man. Shout out to Haitians, man. Niggas be
But
putting
yo,
ketchup
we
on
almost
rice and shit, bro. What the
two
fuck is up
hours
with
in
that?
here, bro, and I'm hungry. Speaking of
I'm
rice,
hungry as shit, man. But yeah, so I gotta talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, buddy.
oh
All
yeah,
right. So there's a very big moment on there. Spoiler alert: Captain America killed a nigga. yo, yo,
what?
you ain't see it yet?
Yeah, I hadn't even watched the whole episode yet. I be falling asleep on that shit,
Oh
bro.
my god, yo! After the
You
second
told
episode,
me
yo,
about it.
after
You
so
told me break it down.
first
Mm-hmm.
episode, bro, is kind of slow. Second episode is like, pew, and that shit been taken off. They've talked about so much shit, bro, and I'm just like, you're fucking up. So Captain America lost his fucking shit and killed a person on IG Live essentially because he took the fucking super soldier serum and the shit amplifies what it amplifies what you already are. And Captain America
Mm.
was like the replacement one, the bootleg one. He was a jealous, selfish, envious, fucking power hungry motherfucker, and that just amplified his shit. And so when he had that super serum after getting his ass kicked by the fucking bro, they had the women of Wakanda.
Yeah, I
What
saw that. I saw
so
the
they was
boy,
on
the
there.
Dora
They
Milaje.
beat that ass. The Dora Milaje beat that motherfucking ass. They
I
beat
saw
Captain
that. I was on my
ass.
time. I'm like, let me
And he
find they
was
on
like,
there.
and he said, yo, they're not even super soldiers. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
then and then his black homeboy got killed. His black sidekick got killed. Um, so Black Lives Matter. No, they don't, bitch. You rocking with the bootleg Captain America. You had to die. You was a sacrifice,
Mm.
motherfucker.
See, I gotta watch that. That's episode 5.
Yeah, episode 4 or 5. It's good, man. It's really good. It's
I
really
gotta
good.
get into that, man. I try to watch that on
It's
the
good,
plane,
man.
but I fell
Anthony
asleep,
Mackie, man.
man.
Shout out to Anthony Mackie. He's doing a really good job, man. He's making
I
it
could tell
good
it's doing a
about
good
Black Mirror.
job. I could tell it's doing a good job because when I look at the comments, I always check the comments because the comments tell you like what's the general consensus, and I ain't see not one negative comment. I'm scrolling like, okay, this
Yeah,
shit must
man.
have turned
I'm
the
an
corner because
Anthony
the first
Mackie
episode
hater,
people was
man.
going in on it.
Yeah, it touches on all types of shit, man. Anthony,
Mm.
Sam Wilson, his sister is a real ass. She's a real ass one. She's a real ass one, man. I love her, man. She's a
Mm.
real motherfucker. But yeah, man. I'm hungry as shit my damn self, bro. So we get in this right here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and chill, wrap this shit up. Get this shit posted. You got anything to say before we dip out of here, man?
Nah, man. I just want people to again think for themselves and let social media guide you. Let it inform you, whet your appetite for curiosity and for information, but do the work yourself. Don't be intellectually lazy.
All right, man. I just got two things to say, man. First off, white people, thank you for cornhole. That was a cross cultural experience that I will never ever forget, and I will cherish to the end of my days. And I will spread the gospel of Caucasian cornhole and the joy that it brings.
Mm.
Pause. But and the other thing, man, is fuck being woke. Should have never been asleep. We out. Peace.